Alright, it's been a bit since we played StarCraft. My note to myself at the end of the last episode is that this is a new map. I've got some specific objectives. We need to destroy an ion cannon and keep Raynor alive. So like the previous mission, this isn't just a rout the enemy level. Like, I need to take out the cannon and then we're done. The advice I left to myself is to turtle up as much as possible. There's a decent gap in between sessions of StarCraft at this point still, so if there's something that I should know from previous episodes, feel free to backseat. Just let me know in chat, that's totally fine. How's jury duty been treating you, Kevin? I read it when you said it.
Let's burn. Raynor here. Sounds fun.
Maybe we'll go over that live when it wins the vote.
Yes, sir? Can I read you? Reporting for duty. Can I read you?
I have never been called to jury duty. I'm about to be 34 years old, and it just hasn't happened. I'm starting to suspect it's because my last name starts with a Z.
Give me something to shoot. Anytime you're ready.
SCV good to go, sir.
Nice, start me with some siege tanks, that's nice.
Absolutely. Yes, sir? Yes, sir. Orders, sir.
Try to use this guy more often if I can.
Go ahead,
Let's just leave Raynor in the back.
Sounds fun.
Probably get him killed if I don't. Build some bunkers or something out here. Oh, I don't start with siege mode. I don't think I realized that. I think that's what's happened to Andrea. She got summoned a couple times during grad school, and she says, I'm in grad school, I don't have time for this, so they let her go. And then other times she was dismissed. Nice cast. So that one's automatically rallying? Oh no, that's this guy. Okay, this is fine, I can have this one start building stuff here.
Roger that.
I remember the B button. We don't actually want barracks up here, we want...
Good to go, sir.
Can I build bunkers out here? Shouldn't count as an advanced structure, right? Main center, barracks, academy... Oh, I need barracks to make a bunker. Okay, I must have started the last map already having barracks or something. Or I needed them to make soldiers, so I didn't have to worry about it. But here seems fine. I do kind of like that they change up what you do and don't start with. So you kind of, in each mission, you kind of focus on, oh, okay, now I need to remember that this connects to this. I think that's what happened with Andrea. She got summoned when she was out of state.
SCV good to go, sir.
Okay, well, that guy's dead. Ooh, court Wi-Fi.
Yes. Naturally.
Destination.
Send these new SCVs out.
Read you. Reporting for duty. Affirmative.
Your forces are under attack.
Yes, sir. Proceed.
Nice work.
Reporting for duty. Affirmative.
So, what the? That's a new ability. I don't think I've seen. Is that like a ghost ability or something? I don't think that's happened to me before. So like a EMP or something? Good team. Sounds like something's still shooting at me. I don't think that's what that sound is, right?
Yes.
Just be hard to repair, right?
Your forces are under attack.
We haven't done a lot of Terran v Terran up to this point, so... Oh, it's like an Overlord. I don't think I've ever built one of those.
Let's move.
I think does not want to go away. Golly.
Reporting for duty. Orders
You
received.
can repair.
Your forces are under attack.
Let's keep doing some more of these guys. I want to start building, I should probably make a refinery here. One of these dudes.
Yes, sir. Orders received.
I very clearly know that I'm bad at this game, but like, I feel like I have a little bit of a better handle of just moving around the map than when we first started with any of these RTS titles. I used to have a really hard time with just looking at two things at the same time and trusting that other things were going okay in the meantime, you know?
I read you.
Fuck these science vessels, man.
Additional supply depots required.
Poison crap is not cool.
Rock and roll.
Job finished.
Identify target.
Tank is doing okay. Let's make some Marines or replace all the dudes who just died. Send these guys up here for the bunkers I'm trying to build. Let me make an
I
SCV,
read you.
build some more important stuff here. Academy. I think the one who built the refinery is already harvesting it, it looks like. Yeah, okay.
You want a piece of me,
SCV
boy?
good to go, sir. Roger that.
Some more bunkers up here. Just watching the mini-map, clicking on it instead of doing that. Yeah. I mentioned last episode that I still struggle with control groups. I understand their purpose, but I usually have an easier time just double-clicking in that area.
You want a piece of me, boy? Jacked up and good to go.
I'm gonna send some of them up here, actually.
I read you. Job
I like that they're
finished.
set up so that a noob is able to beat them eventually through, like, turtling, right? I didn't actually know that before we started playing for the first time, that turtling was a viable strategy.
Up and good to go.
Yes, sir.
One more of these will probably be fine. I just want
Wait, sir.
to defend the edges of my camp here. Make a couple more Marines.
Reporting for duty. Job's finished.
Increase Marine attack range.
Job's finished. Orders, Captain.
Let's keep building stuff back here. How about engineering bay? This guy just finished building the bunker. Okay.
Orders, Captain. Job's finished.
One more bunker up here. Yeah, it's helping to discount the game though, Kevin. This game's got a decent number of tags, and every time it shows up on subblock, it gets cheaper to vote for. So it's not all for naught.
Let's move.
I think it's good to have this game show up every couple months, though. It keeps me from getting completely rusty in this genre. I think this came up, and then Age of Empires 2 came up somewhat recently, and it helped a bit. Send you back.
Yes. Standing by.
I think if there's one thing I really want from this game, and I guess this is in the sequels, right? or in later RTS games, it's a jump to idle worker button.
Orders received.
Most of my stress in this game comes from knowing that there are SCVs not doing stuff and not being able to like quickly identify them as soon as they become idle. Have this guy just build some more general buildings down here. Let's see. Refinery, engineering, barracks. Let's do advanced structures, factory. I want to make some more Marines so I can fill those bunkers. But I gotta do supply depots soon. Shit. I guess after engineering bay is done.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Working on it. Yeah, I'm excited to see like what they change. It seems like the remaster of StarCraft 1 didn't change anything, and that was on purpose.
Depots required.
Standing by. Rock and roll.
Reporting for duty.
Send you back to help here.
Right away, sir.
Never played any Warcraft games, Buckin. Any RTS game that shows up on stream is the first time I've ever played it.
Reporting for duty.
This wasn't a console genre.
Standing by. Standing by.
Go up here. Engineering. Oh yeah, this is what I was actually going for earlier. Let's do weapons first.
Job finished. Reporting for
This
duty.
guy. Build more of those, please. Just build 1 million of them. It'll be fun to play Warcraft 1 because I have played World of Warcraft without any context from the original games. Everybody's still gathering down here. That all seems great.
Piece of me, boy.
I do want a piece of you.
Standing by. Rock and roll.
Supply depots are pretty quick, it looks like. I really need the stim pack tech because that's an activated ability and I'm not good enough in micro to pay attention to that kind of thing. So it's interesting, they give me siege tanks to start with, but I don't have siege mode right away. Siege mode requires...
Job finished.
Interesting. Oh, so I have to have the machine shop and then it's a research option for it. I see.
Reporting for duty. Affirmative.
So if we do... advanced... armory...
Jacked up and good to go. Rock and roll. You want
They're not sending as many scouts out to harass me anymore, it seems like. No. I speak it, and it happens.
jacked up and good to go. Orders, sir. Absolutely. Moving.
This is fine. Everything's fine. Let's move you a little bit further forward.
Base is under attack.
Jacked up and good to go. Give me something to shoot. Orders, sir. Give me something to shoot.
Send an SCV over there to
Jacked up and good to go.
clean shit up. Do I have any orphan SCVs right now?
Base is under attack.
Really? Someone out there sniping me?
Proceeding.
So what's the Terran v Terran matchup typically like? I'm kind of getting my ass kicked right now.
Jacked up and good to go.
Base is under attack.
Identify target.
Oh shit, they EMP'd me again. This is about to end badly. Let's get back at her. The attacks they're doing are not super effective right now. There goes my tank.
Base is under attack.
Terrible.
Yes,
Should be ashamed of yourself.
Right away, sir.
So presumably there's just something that has sight. There's like a sniper that has sight to this bunker and is just like slowly trying to ping it to death.
Standing by.
Oh shit. I guess that just blew up from normal damage. Wonder if I can just out heal it with the SCV. Waste their time.
Yes, sir.
Armory. Not gonna matter too much until I actually finish making the machine shop.
Base is under attack.
Speaking of the machine shop, do it from here. Probably a cloaked ghost. How can I detect cloaking again? That's a command center ability. I have to have the comsat station though, right? I'm sure there are other units that can detect them, right?
You got my attention.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Let me send you all back to this other area here.
Base is under attack.
No kidding. Definitely able to out-heal it. Missile turret will do it? Okay.
Add-on complete.
Yes, sir.
Missile turret is T.
Add-on complete. Base is under attack.
Comsats. Kaboom! Well, that's much better.
Read you.
I'll just try to build one on this side too, in case they try to pull that crap again. The AI is getting tricky now. Let me make sure I save really quick. This is 122, 20.
Upgrade complete.
Hooray, machine shop. Siege tech.
Insufficient
Oh,
Vespene
gas. Okay, working on that. Probably gonna have to find an expansion here. Science vessel can also detect them. Like the Terran Overlord, I think is what it's called for the Zerg, is that right?
Orders, Captain? Right away, sir.
Let's do a starport over here, that's fine.
Reporting for duty.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Get more gas! I think I've got 2 people on gas, right? Oh, just the one guy. Alright, let me fix that here. So I need more SCVs. I think the rule was 8 is pretty good to saturate a node. But like, what counts as a node? Like, a single crystal isn't 8 SCVs, right? Set that to rally if I remember how that works.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
have this guy build another missile turret over on this side.
Affirmative.
T for turret.
SCV good to go, sir.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a science vessel yet. And maybe it was optional in a previous stage and I didn't really need it yet. Make sure that I've got 2 on the gas now.
Raider here.
Guess I'll just have the 1
I read you.
of this guy. Why don't you help out with gas? Oh, I rallied him to right next to the thing. I think it's 3 per gas port, right?
Jacked up and good to go.
I read you.
I do like when it tracks individual kills. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Send you down to help with all this other shit. TIE fighter yelling noise. It's so goofy. Make sure there aren't any SCVs that are like standing at the destination I wanted to send them to and not doing anything from there, right? It's always my fear. That to 150. I do want to go into siege mode to help defend the exits there. Got starport now. I guess I can make a wraith to go. I need more gas. Of course I do.
Reporting for duty.
Let me go find.
Roger that.
Let's see if I can find an expansion. I was going to make a wraith to scout for that purpose, but I can probably just use my vulture and then run away if I see bad shit.
Oh, is that it?
Later tech units are mission locks. Let's see.
No problem.
I think that's smart. Make sure it doesn't throw it all at you right away.
Yeah, I'm going. I dig.
Your forces are under attack.
No problem. Yeah, I'm going.
So my missile's only going to attack flying units and detect stealth units, is that right? Nice, that was a dream right there.
Commander, let's move.
You don't need to be over there anymore.
Affirmative.
Upgrade complete.
Roger that.
Which upgrade completed. Give me a wraith, please. Thank you. Science facility for vehicle plating 2. Okay. Oh, I see. So control tower science facility is something that... Okay, so it builds the science vessel, but that requires a control tower and a science facility. But I don't think I have access to make either of those yet.
I read you. Right away, sir.
Okay, so that... Vultures fixed. Let's go peek out a little bit more. See if I can find somewhere to expand to.
No problem. Oh,
Hey guys.
I dig.
He digs, he says.
Yeah.
Oh, they're like, no, we're not going in there.
I dig.
Spider mines could be good here, maybe.
Is that it? Yeah, I'm going. No problem.
And they're just like, nope, not gonna turn that corner. Okay. See how it is.
Reporting for duty. Orders received.
Let me use this wraith to look around here.
Roger. Attack formation. Roger.
Make sure I'm researching stuff here while we wait. Want to get that siege tech.
Standing by.
Whoa.
Orders, sir. Moving. Absolutely.
This is bad. This is
Your
very
forces
bad.
are under attack.
Yeah, no kidding.
On.
Okay, I thought that was an end much more badly for me.
Orders, Captain.
Go fix this shit, please.
Transmit coordinates.
Indeed.
Vector locked in. Coordinates received. Attack formation. Roger. Vector locked in. Coordinates received.
Okay, that's bad.
Vector locked in.
So you know that's up there now.
Coordinates received. Vector locked in. Coordinates received.
Don't shoot my
Vector locked in.
wraith. Leave me alone.
Your forces are under attack.
Coordinates received.
Let me take advantage of this a bit too. I wanted to keep it off cooldown in case I need it to deal with a ghost later. So I think I get 2 casts with it. It costs like 80, and I have 200. Okay, so if I wait for it to be 160, I can throw it again just to kind of look around. I will plan on doing that. Wait, where'd my wraith go?
Research complete.
Thought I had it over here somewhere safe. Maybe it got shot down while I was trying to move it?
Destination.
Orders, Captain?
Upgrade complete.
Bunkers are all at full. So I'll repair that really quick. Let's see the control tower.
I can't build there.
Oh, I see. It's moving over to build it. I'm like, I wonder why it lets me build that way. That makes more sense. Okay, so I've got the siege mode for the tank.
Orders, sir.
So let's move that up front here.
Absolutely.
I guess we want it to be defended by the soldiers, right? We don't want it to be in front. I think it can fire over them. Let's see if there's anything else that's really exciting that I can build right now. I can do another quick scan. I might not be expanding on this map. I don't know if there is one, or at least everywhere I go there are baddies to deal with. I don't feel super prepared to deal with just yet. Science facility. Okay, hold up.
Add-on complete.
I read you.
Why don't you build that thingy? Science facility. Research cloaking field for wraiths. Hollow reactor for additional wraith energy. Okay, so now this has the attached control tower, but it still needs a science facility to make a science vessel. Gotcha. I'll make another wraith, and then I'll try to make the cloaking field.
Insufficient
No, more gas, of course. So I don't know what happened to my
Nuclear
wraith.
launch detected.
That sounds extremely bad. It's just level, just like ramping the difficulty.
Affirmative. Roger that.
Something on your mind? No problem.
Who's nuclear launching me?
Yeah, I'm
Is that what that is?
Your
Well
forces
then.
are under attack.
Oh, shit. So is that a ghost that calls in nukes like that?
Right away, sir.
Have to have like another unit at the base to allow them to have that ability?
Job's finished.
I could have tried to look for the nuke and then move any units out of the way, but I guess you're mostly supposed to use it to destroy buildings, I would assume, right? Infantry armor.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
It's 100 gas for a tank.
Job's finished.
Science facility, EMP shockwave, irradiate, Titan reactor, physics lab, covert ops. Well, I gotta get way more gas to use that, but let me see what I can do.
Orders, Captain?
Repair this guy. Burns all the way down. You all get back in there. This is a small enough section of the map. I might take this tank and try to clear out these guys around the corner here that I know are there. Is this coming? It's almost there.
Ready to roll out. Yes, sir.
There's my tank.
Move it.
Build a science vessel with attacking units to search for the ghost that's launching the nuke. Oh, really? Okay. I'll try to build one then.
Standing by.
So I end up not having the ability to get the cloak, although I should just go for it. I can see it being really useful. And I'll build a science vessel once I save up some gas. So I don't know what happened to my other wraith. Maybe they had a flying unit that came after it after I revealed myself, but it was like off screen when it got shut down or something.
Attack formation. Roger. Attack formation. Coordinates received. Roger. Attack formation. Vector locked in. Coordinates received. Attack
I'm gonna wait
formation.
to scout more until I have a
Roger.
cloak. Now, if I attack from a cloak, I assume that uncloaks me. The main benefit of cloaking is
Destination.
not getting detected while you're scouting, but you can't use it to just murder people. I guess the ghost was doing that. She was just cloak sniping my bunker over and over.
Proceeding. Delighted to, sir. Absolutely. Proceeding. Moving.
Alright,
Absolutely.
AoE.
Moving.
Come on, shoot him! Okay. I was like, I'm gonna fucking lose my tank. It's about to be very sad. These guys have been chilling there for a minute.
Reporting.
It's not dead this time.
Roger. Vector locked in.
Hey, Aki, how you doing? Still working on that. It's almost ready. Try to save up for a science facility here if I can. But I also want to keep upgrading my
Coordinates.
melee units.
Roger. Vector locked in. Attack formation.
Research complete.
Hooray! Alright, let's go look.
Attack formation. Coordinates received.
So that costs some amount of energy to cloak,
Locked in.
and I just remain cloaked.
Attack formation. Roger. Attack formation. Coordinates received.
I still have to watch out for missile turrets, right?
Vector
Oh, here we go. Probably gonna need this.
Coordinates received. Roger.
Is there any gas, or is it just
Attack
minerals?
formation. Roger.
Seems like that could be productive.
Locked in.
That looks scary.
Coordinates received.
Okay, there is some gas up here.
Coordinates received.
So I can try sending a forward group to capture that area.
Roger. Vector locked in.
It looks like that let me attack from cloak just fine.
Roger.
See ya,
Attack
Chaos.
formation. Roger. Destination. Identify target.
Reporting for duty.
It's all fully healed. I'll send you back down here. Wait for this thing to be done. Start building a bunch of tanks. I do want to do a drop or a science vessel eventually, but
Yes, sir.
way to go, siege tank and team. Everybody worked together for that victory. See if I can get some more info here. Just a bunch of random guards sitting around. Okay. So I want to get a line of tanks to go forward up here and maybe back them up with some
Upgrade
regular
complete.
Marines. weaponry or more armor? Both pretty good in this game. I guess I'll do the weaponry first once I get enough gas.
Transmit coordinates.
Wait to get my energy back so I can cloak and scout some more.
Ready to roll out.
Ready to roll out. Where are you, buddy? There he is.
Let's move.
Ready to roll out to the tank. Okay.
Proceeding.
Makes sense from the name.
Destination.
Pretty happy with that side of the map. Not so happy with this corner up here.
Jacked up and good to go. You want a piece of me, boy? Give me some.
I do, actually. Maybe I'll make a control group for this team that I'm going to send to try to capture this area up here. So, someone who's not bad at this game would have scouted much earlier, I assume, like sent one of their SCVs out sacrificially. I guess I started getting attacked almost immediately at the start of this mission. I think the odds are supposed to kind of be against me on this level. Try to send 4 tanks with some backup
Standing by.
Marines.
Go.
So that tells me I should probably build some turrets around my base
Right away, sir.
so that a cloaked ghost can't just get in here and nuke my base.
Piece of me, boy.
Probably just have more of those in general. People play the campaign long before they're good. Okay.
Jacked up and good
That's
to go.
helpful to know.
Go, go, go.
I feel like the RTS as a genre is tricky because I think if you're a fan of it, you've probably played it enough to be pretty decent at it, you know?
Ready to roll out.
Or if you're a fan of Pikmin, that means that you beat Pikmin. So, like, you know enough about Pikmin that it's really frustrating to watch someone who has never played it before and doesn't understand the controls yet. Scouting for expansions is one of the most important things to do. In this case, you think it's correct to build a second base? I guess this one's almost tapped out. Well, it's not too bad. 4,000 gas left and a decent number of minerals. But if it had been earlier, I probably would have wanted to do that. Back into tank mode. Let's make this a group.
Orders, sir.
Hey, control 1.
Delighted to, sir. Absolutely.
I always want to do A and then click, so that they stop an attack.
Absolutely. Move it. Proceeding.
I'm not saying you'll be particularly good at it, but like,
Delighted to,
I think the difference between someone who has beaten StarCraft and someone who has played the first couple levels of several RTS games is there's a pretty big gap, you know what I mean? Even if we're all still terrible.
Absolutely.
Whereas, like, you could play Street Fighter on easy and beat every boss by button mashing. There's no button mashing in this.
Proceeding.
Can the tanks not shoot this thing? That's extremely bad. I didn't realize that tanks couldn't hit that.
Proceeding. Delighted to, sir.
This is about to end badly.
Move it.
To lose all my tanks.
Absolutely. Proceeding.
Yeah, this is the most bad
Your forces are under
something
attack.
has ever been.
Commander.
Want to turn up the heat? Naturally.
Identify target.
They're just all gonna die. Jesus Christ. Well, now I know. Try to send my wraith up there to shoot at it a bit, but the battle cruiser.
Destination, identify target.
So I can try to get them to run away.
Yes, sir. Move it. Go ahead, Commander. Roger. Coordinates received. Attack formation. Standing by. Commander. Jacked up and good to go.
The tanks are ground units only.
Go ahead, Commander.
I struggle with that to tell when a unit can shoot an air unit or not. Like, I would expect that Marines wouldn't be able to shoot air units, but that tanks would be able to.
Roger. Attack formation.
Let's get some shit over here, shall we?
Orders, sir. Proceeding.
I lost 2 tanks. Could have been worse, I guess, but could have been way better.
Orders, sir.
Took the super Terran unit. I wonder if it was just there at the beginning or if the computer sent it there partway through the level.
I read you.
Let's build it like here. Command center.
I can't build there.
Yeah, get out of the way, guys.
Coordinates.
Want to turn up the heat.
I read you.
You, get moving.
Affirmative.
Extremely powerful and expensive, I see. The cloak was pretty OP because it let me just kind of nuke it with impunity. I guess now I have to wait for its energy to regen, but... Place some of those tanks here. Keep researching if I can. Oh, this one's almost done. Hover over the attack icon of the units to see if you can attack air units.
Upgrade.
It tells you the damage they do. Okay. We'll do a science vessel next here.
Transmit coordinate, Commander.
I've only ever played PvP RTS matches against people who are also bad. I think it's almost certainly a gradient, but I think that fighting games are probably the furthest on one side of that gradient,
Ready to
where
roll out.
you boot up the game and you mash uppercut, and that works in most fighting games. Eventually, if you're willing to die a bunch of times.
Orders, sir. Move it.
But I think there's just like a basic vocabulary, understanding of controls, understanding of unit relationships that like
Absolutely.
a player who has beaten the campaign has, you know.
Move it. Absolutely.
Which one's the attack icon that tells me this information about what it can and can't hit? See you, Kevin. Enjoy jury duty as much as you can.
Delighted to, sir.
That's bad.
You got my attention.
Oh god.
Go ahead, Commander. Orders, sir. Reporting in. Destination.
Your forces are under attack.
What the fuck is that giant vehicle over there? Well,
Proceeding.
dark like shot cannon. So it says it does 70 damage. But where do I see that it's terrestrial units only? Alright, bad timing. Liftoff. Go hide. Just run away.
I read you.
Your forces are under
Run
attack.
away, Mr. SCV. I don't know if this is gonna work indefinitely, but I'm gonna try. I feel like the computer is a lot smarter in this mission, or it's building a lot fancier things that I'm used to in prior levels. Look at all these ramping up. That seems bad, and stay away from that. Okay. Lost all my tanks again. Oh, you're just chilling here, aren't you? My big terror. Let's do science vessel now. Bunch of
Your
marines.
forces are under attack.
Really where? Oh god.
Delighted to serve.
Shit. This is not good.
Your forces are under attack.
About to get my first game over, I think. Oh right, I emptied these things out a minute ago.
Orders served.
Job finished.
They're sending the army of tanks at me. It's like only I may do that.
Jacked up and
Your
good to go.
forces are under attack.
Outstanding.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
No gas.
Base is under attack.
Give me something to shoot. Go, go, go. Let's move.
This guy's not going to do much on his own. They have some kind of special siege tank missile ability that I don't think I've learned yet. At least I thought I saw their tanks shooting missiles.
Identify target.
Your forces are under attack.
Jacked up and good to go. Raider here. Ready to roll out. Orders served.
Nuclear launch detected.
Nuclear launch detected. Can you get that science vessel in time? Probably not. This is a big game over, isn't it?
Your forces are under attack.
Explorer reporting. Affirmative, sir. Let's roll.
I saw one of those tanks shoot a little, like, missile.
Let's roll.
Seriously?
Your forces
Jesus
are under
Christ.
attack.
So fucked.
Something to shoot. You want a piece of me, boy? Outstanding. Rock and roll.
Your forces are under
I
attack.
should be saving more in the mission, I think. I could probably go back and undo some of this damage. Let me see how far back I was on that save. I think it was before I... Oh, that was a long time ago. Okay. Well, let's not go to the expansion. Let's just turtle, turtle, turtle until we are absolutely out of resources here. Woof. I don't even remember the armory. Jesus.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Fucking brutal.
Reporting for duty. Roger
I don't know if my other saves would have been super helpful.
Orders served.
Yes, sir.
Turrets here. That's definitely like the closest to, well, we did basically lose before I loaded save there. That's definitely the worst things have gone. Usually I've been able to get away with sending out some lines of tanks to take territory, but
Sir.
dropship just nuked them all.
Yes, sir. Orders received. Yes, sir. SCV good to go, sir. Job finished.
Yeah, I'm not saying the typical player who has beaten an RTS is amazing at the game. Just that, like, I am extremely not. The gap between someone who's never played one before and someone who's played a couple dozen hours is enormous.
SCV good to go, sir.
It's the only genre I've ever played where, like, every action I do, I'm like, that was wrong. And I think that the way you're supposed to play these games is you're supposed to, like, play to be good enough to, like, if you won the map, then that's good enough, you know?
SCV good to go, sir.
We don't want a supply depot, we want a bunker. So, bunker that's barracks. You.
Orders, Captain. Orders received.
This is before I reassign folks to the gas. Let's do that now. Someone skilled at chess puzzles versus someone skilled at chess. It's a good comparison. I think I see what you mean. Just make 1,000,000 Marines this time. I kept trying to make fancier vehicles. I just need to have folks to defend the base. I overextended myself last time.
Reporting for duty. Yes, sir.
These guys aren't on a rally point.
Job finished. Yes, sir. Orders
You
received.
come back here,
Roger
help
that.
them out.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Oh, really? StarCraft was originally made in the original Warcraft engine? It's interesting.
Go, go, go. Jacked up and good to go.
SCV good to go, sir.
I'm trying to think of other genres that feel like that.
Right away, sir.
Like a platformer, you know? It's like you either jump to the other platform or you fall. Oh, I fell.
SCV good to go, sir.
Next time I'll try to not fall. Here it's like, oh, I did everything wrong on every possible time step of the game. Even just looking at the screen, even just like trying to look at these characters up here, I'm doing something wrong, right?
Give me something to shoot.
It's funny.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Reporting for duty.
I'd say it's probably just for a different kind of brain than what I have.
Give me something to shoot. Identify target.
I'm just gonna keep doing millions of Marines.
You want a piece of me,
Good to go,
boy?
sir.
Although I guess
Standing by.
my bunker strategy is not super great when there's ghosts that can just nuke them all pretty safely. I mean, maybe if I've got more turrets built, that would help with that problem. Bunkers seem like they get hard countered by a few units. Cloaked units, if they're not defended by some kind of turret, I guess would be one of them, right?
Standing by. Let's move.
Alright, I really need to have these guys on a rally point.
Affirmative. Orders received. I read you.
Trying to go with way more SCVs this time, so hopefully that'll help a little bit. So Terrans are supposed to be kind of like a middle ground between Zerg and Protoss, where it's like you can do a Zerg strategy and have a lot of little units, or you can do a
Forces are under attack.
Protoss strategy and have a lot of super-powered units.
Identify target.
You probably are going to want to use a mix of the two. Fuck. It's bad.
Let's move.
siege mode may have helped me a bit there.
Outstanding.
Reporting
Build
for
this
duty.
science center here in a second.
Yes, sir.
Oh no, don't go around like that, Jesus.
Affirmative.
So I have to dig through the rest of the resources there to avoid that. Starport first for the science facility.
Commander. Go, go, go.
Sure. Yeah, so I've already come to that revelation that there's a difference between even playing PvP ever versus PvE in RTS games, right? That was something that kind of got me over a bit of the hump after failing horribly at Red Alert 2. But I'm not even talking about PvP. I just think that the PvE experience is pretty different between a somewhat veteran player versus someone booting up the game for the first time. I think it depends on the series. Like, I think some games are more brutal than others. Command & Conquer definitely felt like you've played RTS games before, right? I'm gonna throw you right into it.
Affirmative. Order
Whereas
received.
StarCraft is a little bit more forgiving. Almost like playing a different RTS. Interesting. My understanding is that's kind of like the hallmark, is how they've managed to basically balance these three different races that all are completely different playstyles, right?
I read you.
So like these two, or these two, vertically or horizontally along a path. Yeah, I think Age of Empires 2 has been the one that I'm least stressed out by so far.
I read you.
I can still tell that I'm not playing well.
Standing by.
I'm wondering if there's another genre out there that has such a gradient of success. A lot of games are just pretty binary. It's like, are you at 0 health? Then you're doing fine, you know?
Rock and roll.
But here you can almost rate your performance at any given time. Any time step in the level is being between 0 and 100.
Yes, sir. Order received.
That's creating a wall perpendicular to the orientation of the path they guard. So like bunkers like this would be better than bunkers like this. That's what you're saying.
You want a piece of me, boy?
So instead of having these 2 bunkers, there should be like 3 bunkers here. I guess that makes sense. I was kind of thinking of it as once they get through this one, then they have to advance further to get to this one, but then I guess the soldiers in the back bunker aren't helping at all when that happens.
Jacked up and good to go. Go, go, go.
Oh dear, Johan. Hopefully I'll survive.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Nuclear launch detected.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Where?
Give me something to shoot.
Probably here, right?
Jacked up and good to go.
Job finished.
You got my attention.
Standing by. Jacked up and good to go. Let's move. You want a piece of me, boy?
Yes. Let's burn.
Alright, so I correctly called where they were nuking at least. Let me save really quick. Oh, you can see a dot on it? I didn't see that, okay.
Yes, sir.
You need to build a science facility, please. And I need to send one of these guys out.
Affirmative. Orders, Captain. Affirmative.
Wraith awaiting launch orders.
Spot the pixel. So that's the thing that if you're good, you can know exactly where it's going to target.
Orders, Captain? Right away, sir.
At least now I can build my my bunkers less stupidly.
Commander. Give me something to shoot. Go, go, go. Give me something to shoot. Go, go, go.
Red dot, 3x3 pixels, plus or minus. Okay.
Did I read you?
Oh, we're at time. Future Marstead, you're in a very difficult mission. You've already failed once. There is a expansion up here in this area. There's also a dropship. You cannot destroy the dropship with your siege tanks.
Job finished.
You need to have, I would probably build some wraiths at the starport and give them the cloaking ability, and then send several cloaked wraiths over to try to destroy it. But don't go there and try to take it for a while, because there's a bunch of enemy siege tanks that will come and fucking destroy you. Just wait until you've completely tapped out the resources here. Mostly the gas is the thing that you're worried about. Continue. Let me see if I can get you started here.
Job finished.
Let's do weapons and armor upgrades. Keep making lots and lots of marines. Build your bunkers horizontally perpendicular to the path you're guarding. So maybe put one here, put one over here.
Reporting for duty.
Build more turrets to help with detecting ghosts. The big problem on this level is that there keep being cloaked ghosts that launch a nuke and destroy all your shit. So you want to try to do anything you can to detect ghosts. That could be ComSat. It's probably going to be a science vessel that you just kind of have flying around the base to track for them.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Closts.